Good evening. Hello, hello. Sorry for the late start. Yeah, I just typical thing again. Starting the sim, everything was set up, and then suddenly the thrust levers didn't work anymore. But we have them working now. All good. Let me just fix the camera as well. There we go. All right. Greetings, Svenja. Ich hoffe, dir geht's gut. Who else do we have here? Fabian, willkommen. Servus. Krishna. Hey. And Ulas, hello. Ziziano, hey. Felix Socht, hello. Holger, hi. Morphus, hello. And Mark, of course, hello. Mark must be in a good mood. When's the next UK game? England game? Yeah, exciting stuff. Right, welcome. We are today in the Toliss. Wednesday it is. Okay, thanks, Mark. So we are on the Toliss A320NEO. And we are already logged in on VATSIM. X-Plane 12, of course, as you can see in the bottom corner there. And Dirkster, guten Abend. Jeremiah, moin, wie geht's dir? And yeah, so we have received an update again a couple of days ago with the A320NEO. And then there was also an update with the A330NEO. And hence, yeah, sorry, Nick. Nick, how are you doing? And so we, you know, we have enough stuff to try out today with the 320 and the 330 Neo from Toliss. Yeah, and also very nice is our new view or camera system. So let's have a look here. Spotting, control tower. Oh, I'm in the outside view here. Okay, disregard. So let's have a quick look here. Control tower view. Is that a control? No, it's not. Hang on. There we go. And now we should be able to get into the control. Oh, there we go. That's the control tower view. Spotting view. Oh, yeah. Drehstuhlpilot. Moin, wie geht's dir? Nice. And another thing I wanted to do earlier, but I forgot to get the video ready. I have the proper wind control desk mount now for the MCDU, the radio management panel, and the TCAS panel. So I'm happy to say that it's actually very nice, very, very sturdy, and yeah, and now a nice kind of you know, realistic setup. So happy with that. How do you pronounce that? Sharpa or Karpa? And Nelia, hello to you. Right. Into the flight deck. Let's have a look here. Let's go and get things started up. So we want battery on. Make sure gear levers down. We have thrust levers, start switches, spoiler, flaps, radar off, and the last thing to do is Vipers off as well. And of course, we are running the KOSP sounds. That is loud enough, isn't it, for you guys? Yeah. Nice. Right, while the systems are starting up, I am going to give you a quick overview of the flight plan here. So let's go charts. Here we are, Zurich to Copenhagen. And Milton, hello. Hey, that's really kind, Milton. Yeah, thank you so much, Milton. I had a very good career. Like I said many times here, I feel extremely fortunate to have had the career that I've had. So I'm very, very blessed. And
good evening at Blackbox 711 and chat.
Hello, hello. Do I have my headphones the wrong way around, or what's going on here? Sounds different today. Weird. Yeah, so Milton, doing very well. Hope you're doing good as well. And Avenger coming in with 85 months. Avenger, thank you so much. Where's my applause button? Applause, there it is. Avenger, wie geht's? Good evening. All right, sounds good. Thank you, Fabian. And yeah, like we said, so we're going to go from Zurich to... Let me just change the time just a tad. What time is it? 11 past. Perfect. So, real time with yeah, fairly good load. So we have almost full house, 61.6 tons, 0 fuel weight. Flight time calculated to be 1 hour 27 minutes. Alternate is Billund. Interesting. Billund, the alternate. And the weather. Now I did see some 5.8, a little bit extra. I did see some thunderstorms around northern Germany, just north of Hamburg. But I'm not sure about Copenhagen. Let me just check. Where's my weather for Copenhagen? Where's the weather? There it is. So Zurich, 105 degrees. It's not my telephone. 31 degrees, pretty warm. QNH 1016, and no significant change. Temporary thunderstorm rain tomorrow morning. I'm showing Celeste the pool. Yeah, Avenger. I hope. Yeah, I hope it doesn't get that bad. Okay, Nila says you can. Yeah, there was something. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, we can use that as well. And then you said something in the you can every tap. Let's have a look. Is that under? Let's see. Is that under? Use Avitap off. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you mean, right, Nila? Yeah. Okay, so now the thing is, though, SimBrief OFP. Yeah, that's true. That's really all we need, right? Yeah, Nila, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box
Alpha.
subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks, and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Hello, hope everyone is enjoying baking summer.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Alpha. Well, it's not too bad here in northern Germany. 28, 29 degrees. So it's not too bad. Says Jana, well, I'm glad you enjoyed that landing. I think I was sweating. Right, so we'll just look at the weather. So once again, thanks so much for the great tip there. So yeah, some thunderstorms, rain tomorrow morning, but tonight should be good. It's going to be some hefty weather in Zurich tomorrow, but not today. We have Kastrup actually right now, few 4,000 CB. Otherwise, no cloud, and yeah, the rain showers should have been passed by now. And tomorrow, some more CBs. Billund, yeah, that was the weather I was talking about, so it should be good now. Let me just check the windy weather radar. Let me just check here. Yeah, so that's what I was talking about here. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see, because I'm not sure if X-Plane has actually fixed, hey cargo pilot, wie geht's hier? If they fixed these issues with the thunderstorm loading. So that'll be interesting to see, because we're going to overfly this area later on our way to Copenhagen. So we'll see. And thank you much for the raid, Vince Tender. Hello to you. I hope you had a great stream. Greetings. What have you been up to? Yeah, so yeah, we'll see. That should be all right. If you do wish to fly along today's routing, so we are flying to Copenhagen, A320NEO and A330NEO back from Copenhagen back to Zurich. So it should be nice. But yeah, otherwise, like I said, the weather just around Hamburg. Fischkopf it's probably down under. And YL 2012, hello. Good. Otherwise, weight and balance. Let me have a quick look. Just going to check here the fuel. 6.5, and we want. Yeah, let's load those values. And then later we'll do that. Let's just start over the panel as always. Going to go through the normal items here. Lilo, hello to you. The best model matching for VATSIM. It's an X-plane. That's a difficult one. I'm using the Bluebell CLS model matchings. Am I happy? Not really. I mean, it's not the worst. It's not the best. I mean, today it's looking quite nice. Here's a Lufthansa A321. We got an Edelweiss A350. Looks like A330 there. So it's not too bad, but yeah, it is CSL. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's do the. I'm not hearing anything. Hold on. What's happening with the sound here? Oh, hang on. Am I wrong in so I have to have those on? I thought those don't do anything. Oh, they do. Leave on. Yeah, I thought KOSP overwrites all these other standard sounds. Yes, Ghost, X-Plane today. You're currently studying some A320 SOPs, getting ready for the new add-on. Yeah, I hope it's going to be nice. I hope it's not going to be an overhyped kind of add-on again, but we'll see. So 25773. Let me just get the ATIS here. 730. We're not hearing anything. Why are we not hearing anything here? What about approach? 35230. So Swiss approach is online. Top down means we have to get that working later. Yeah, we're hearing them.
Initial climb 5,000 feet. Squawk 6703. Clear to Copenhagen, take us 3 whiskey, runway 28, climb 5,000, squawk 67.
I don't know what it is, guys. It's really weird. Oh, hang on.
6 Victor, start up at both type 34 pushback. 6 Victor.
So hopefully my microphone sounds okay. One thing, it's really weird. I honestly.
Lufthansa 7 Charlie, pushback facing east, approved.
My headphones today are really quiet. I don't know what the problem is, because everything's on full blast. Really strange. Ah, hold on. Now that's better. 100%. Well.
Advice 1 at Mike, land up in runway 28.
The stream audio is fine. Yeah, just let me know if things get out of. If things get out of hand, then. Especially the ATC audio. Okay, so we can definitely say that ATC is working. We are logged on. But the ATIS, voice ATIS is not working. 25730, that's not working. So I can read that, or what we can do as well, let me have a look here. Let me do the init request first of all. And then let's have a look at to AOC menu, departure ATIS. Let's have a look if that works. That works. That is strange. That does work. The TCAS panel looks funny. It looks a bit old style, doesn't it? Because on my physical panel, it's round buttons, right? So this is like an older kind of model. So yeah, it's a buggy plane, the A320. But oh no, I hope not. I hope it's going to be alright. So if you want to read the ATIS here, we have information Foxtrot, departure 28, which is good. Approach runway 14, transition level 70, 140 at 4. So it may be just a tad tailwind component. Page 2, temperature 31, QNH 1016 is already set. Alright, so that's good. In it, so we have Zurich Copenhagen, Billund alternate, Swiss 44 X-ray. Costanex 8, level 390. Ground temperature, did say 31 on the ATIS. Let me change that. Then page 2. And alternate time 1 ton. Really? Hang on. Is that 1 ton? Let's have a look here quickly. 1.2 even. So let me put 1.2 alternate in here. So we have about 24 minute extra here on the FMS, which is fine. Good. Now, since it is hot, let me get the APU running. And there we go. And let's have a quick look at the panel here. Alright. External power, hydraulics levels are good. Fuel, 6 tons currently inserted, and we wanted to have 6 tons. Yeah, 6 tons block fuel. Perfect. Nice. Good. Otherwise, 61.6. Yeah, 0 fuel weight, that is in. Looking good. 61.6. Yeah, 29.2. That's already loaded. Which means we can try to get the ATIS.
5,000 feet, this 555.
Let me get my pen and paper out. There is one.
Charlie, taxi holding point Bravo 1, runway 28. Holding point Bravo 1, runway 28, Lufthansa 7 Charlie. Swiss 18, Mike, continue climb, flight level 410. Louis 18, Mike, climb flight level 410. Climbing flight level 410, Louis 1 Mike. Qatari 22 uniform, cleared Negra 2 Alpha arrival, expect ILS 14.
So map not available because the IRS is still aligning. Zurich approach, good. See Swiss 44 X-ray.
Swiss 44 X-ray, Zurich arrival, hello.
Swiss 44 X-ray, whenever ready or able, ready to copy the clearance, please.
Swiss 44 X-ray, cleared to Copenhagen, runway 28, deck is 3 whiskey departure. Initial climb 5,000 feet, squawk 6706.
Oh. The Swiss 4 for X-ray is cleared to Copenhagen. The Degas 3 Whiskey departure, initial climb 5,000 and the squawk 6706.
Das war for X-ray, correct, Southern Hochstandort ready for push.
Wilco, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So 6706. So that's already entered. Fantastic. Oh, there we go. And we're going to go 5,000 feet. 5,000. And just dial that down a bit. And then we're at the Degas 3 Whiskey, runway 28. So there we go, 28. Hey Avimar, how are you? Nice to see you. Here's the Degas 3 Whiskey. It's an interesting departure. So here we've got the flight planned route, Zulu 1. And the rest directs. And then we've got Monarch. And then Copenhagen arrival. Let me just check something here. Let me see if we did get the Copenhagen ATIS already. I'm not sure if they're online already. Let's do Copenhagen. Yeah, not available. Let me just check here the weather. The wind is currently 350 at 6. So it should be 04. And in Copenhagen, if we take taxi, then for landing, it's normally, yeah, this runway here. So 4 left normally, 4 right would be used for takeoff. Hey, Zagil, moin, wie geht's? Es geht. It's not too hot. It's actually I should click on here. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Can I pin that? Perfect. All right. All right. So we'll take 4 left, and I want to try an RNF approach. 4 left. Let's do that. And then it's going to be the. Well, it's just one arrival. Monarch 5 Alpha. Let me check that. Monarch 5 Alpha. Let's do star. 5 Charlie. No, so they normally do. Oh, that's interesting. Why does it have Charlie there? Well, that's not correct. Let me have a look here. So Monarch 5, there it is. So here's the Monarch 5 Alpha arrival. Monarch to the endpoint there. That's the one I am expecting. Let me pin that chart as well. Now for Zurich, let's go taxi. Yeah, me too. Now the most impressive approaches were always the runway. What was it 27? What was it 27? No, hang on, let me check. The arrivals 30. Sorry, approach 30. That was always absolutely beautiful with the bridge. Really nice. No, wow, look at that. Oh, look at all the infos there. Blimey. So we have SID. That was the 3 Whiskey. There it is. runway 28. So I'm just going to check my. Actually, let me just do something here. One more thing for the arrival, and it did say via Zakino. Well, actually, no. Let me do no via here down here, and then we'll close that because I have a feeling that.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box.
to press primary. There we go.
Good news is
So that so that's the arrival later on,
snacks and premium flight entertainment.
and so just radar vectors after door pin. Yeah, it is an event today. Yeah, vectors to Copenhagen. And if you want to fly along, anybody wants to fly along, exclamation mark route. You see my file routing, which I did check to be correct. Pro pilot at work here. All right. So the departure route. Let me just check all those items here quickly, so that we don't run into any issues. Can I? Let me just shift A. Yeah, perfect. Now, while we're down here, though, let me just quickly do that, because then you guys can see as well what I'm looking at. So I'm going to go departure, the Degas 3 whiskey. There we go. All right, so we have. Let me put that here. So transition is 7,000. That's a first interesting. EOBT April about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes. We should be fine. And Lilienthal, hello to you. Yannick, hello, Grüße. Okay, so it's 7,000. Then we have ANA 5 required. Departure is 125955. Although today it'll be 135230. And then when instructed, contact 0 departure, but since we don't have a tower, we'll be on departure anyways. Max to 50 below level 100. Then we have initial climb 5,000, correct? And then it says climb straight ahead, 2.3 demi, Kilo Lima Oscar. Then we turn left, intercept. Now, hang on. Isn't there a overlay chart? Give me a second. There should be an overlay. Hold on. Nope. Okay, disregard. Yeah, so it's a 2.3 Kilo Lima Oscar. We have to dial that in. Turn left, outbound 252 radial, and then at Zulu Hotel 552, not 6.5 from Kilo Lima Oscar, left, or when instructed by ATC, turn left, intercept Kilo Lima Oscar 231, so 051 course inbound. Then we go Momol, Kolul, Zulu Hotel 504, 525, and then Degas. Right, that's all correctly programmed here in the MCDU. By experience, hey Gude, forward, wie geht's? By experience, what happens anytime you're outbound here, passing maybe 4,000 feet, there's very often a direct. So you may get a direct Degas. So ATC looks at your climb rate, and then if they determine, you're going to make the 6,000, or at least the 5.7 here, and then the 9.2 there as minimum altitudes, then they will give you a nice direct. So you won't fly all of that transition there. Cool. So that's all done. And we'll do secondary flight plan copy active. We'll make a quick return plan back to Zurich. And the landing runway was... 14. So it's an ILS 14, no star, no via. And then for the engine out, the engine out here in Zurich is a special engine out. I know that because that was one of the engine out trainings we had regularly in the simulator, because it is a challenge. So let me get my Zurich in here. So we have NDP 1 first of all, which is interesting, and then the engine out procedure runway 28 is at 1.5 Kilo Lima Oscar. So initially I'm going to put in Zurich 28 in there. Then we have radial 273. And then we're going to put Kilo Lima Oscar. And then I'm going to put, I can't put the 1.3, but I can put in 1. Or you could make a pilot waypoint. But we'll just put in 1. And then just after 1 mile ring, we'll have to turn. So just past here. And then we're gonna, it's just gonna be a slight left turn because it's gonna be outbound from Kilo Lima Oscar radial 270. So you can see we're going to fly to the circle there just after that. Then we're going to just a little left sidestep to intercept that radial outbound. And the reason is there's a hill here, which potentially is an obstacle if you have an engine failure. And so it's a slight sidestep to avoid that hill, up to 15 DMEs. So we're going to get onto another page. Again, Kilo Lima Oscar, and then we're going to put 15 miles radius. So that's the second circle. Alright. So when we hit the second circle on that radial, then we're going to turn right to Gipol. So that's on the 4th page. Fix Gipol. Which is here. And from there, we're going to go either hold or we're going to get the clearance to come back to the field. So that's the engine out. Now, let me work out my takeoff performance here. So takeoff performance calculator. It's going to be runway 28 full length. There's no intersection takeoff there. Let me check the wind again here on the ATIS. It's now 130 at 3. So just going to enter the 3 knots here, that's fine. Temperature 31, so I'm going to put 32 in here. And the altimeter here says 1017, but ATIS says 1016, so I'll calculate with 1015. Dry, anti-ice off. Takeoff weight 67.6 is correct, 29.5. Flex config auto, and we have air conditioning off. Let's compute that. Right, so that configuration gives me 1 plus F. Mark, hello. Yes, X-plane, exactly. Flex 63, speeds 36, 44, 46. Now, I'm going to just type that in here. So 1, and the trim is up 0.4, which we will check in a minute. We have Flex 63. Flex 63. Transition 7000 is correct. So 136, 144, and 146. That's all entered in here. The last thing to do is enter NADP 1. So that's 2920. Thrust reduction and acceleration is a lot higher for 420. As the GL says, Zurich is funny. They give you directs, but still expect to comply with the speed restrictions. When you do a direct 2, speed restriction is gone. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. That's a nasty trick to fall into. Flyb757, hello to you. Right, engine out acceleration as well. Engine out acceleration here is in 3,300 feet. So that's the last thing I'm going to enter in here. Now, RATNAV, of course, we want Kilo Lima Oscar Cloten manually in there, so it doesn't automatically detune that. And that's it. I'm happy with that. Good. So, last few items to cover are taxi out, pushback, etc. So, let me have a look at the at the chart here, we are parked at position, I have no idea, where are we? 49. So position 49 is here, pretty much in the middle. Pushback facing east, and then it's very likely to be the inner Foxtrot, and then you have to hold Alpha 2, which is the parallel. Now normally IRL, you don't have to, or you can't go to Alpha 1 because that way you're facing to the general aviation area, and if you stop here and then have a heavy aircraft, you have to add a lot of thrust. Potentially you're going to jet blast people and the aircraft here. So that's why they have you hold parallel on Alpha at Alpha 2, and then from there they give you a line of clearance and they expect you to continuously taxi and not stop here. That's the idea. Good. We've already briefed our departure route. Again, we're climbing 5,000 initially. Sector 5792. And then the grid is going to be 11.4. So very high terrain to the south of the airport. Special threats. Well, threats obviously is going to be terrain. Anything else, guys? And Serhan, hello, guten Abend, Grüße. ATZ, speed restrictions. Yeah, copied. Right, then I'm going to read the first checklist. And I am going to read my checklist here. A320 normal. So gear pins, covers removed, fuel quantity 6,000 kilograms, balanced, seat belts on, ADIRS, nav, and bar ref is 1016, set 3 times. And that's the cockpit preparation checklist complete. Good, let's go and find our have we already? Nope. We don't, so let's get rid of the chocks. Ground service, here we go. So we have external power off, chocks off, fantastic. And then let's ask for pushback, shall we?
Exit Qatar 22 uniform, turn left heading 170, cleared ILS 14. Left heading 170, cleared ILS 14, Qatar cleared uniform. Swiss 96 Victor, request taxi.
Before start items.
This 906 Victor, taxi on point Alpha 2, runway 28. Alpha 2, hold 28, Swiss 96 Victor. Fraction 842, ready to taxi. Fraction 842, taxi and line up runway 28. Taxi and line up runway 28, fraction 842.
Swiss 44 X-ray, stand 49, request push and start.
Swiss 44 X-ray, pushback facing east approved.
Pushback face east approved, Swiss 44 X-ray. So, let's do that. So it's going to be... Going to pull ourselves forward so that we clear that taxiway.
Ground to cockpit. Land acknowledge. Call me through the menu when you're ready. Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
Hey Yoda!
Victor, take Foxtrot and then Alpha. Foxtrot and Alpha. Swiss 96 Victor.
So Yoda,
51 Delta, wind 130 degrees, train outside.
like I said, I don't even know how you do that. 500 watts. Pretty sure if I said...
Ready to connect.
If I put in 500 watts on my practice bike, I can't move the pedals.
3000 feet, 110 and clear.
Before start checklist, parking brake is currently on. Takeoff speeds thrust. We have 136, 144, 146. Flex 63.
No further ATC advisory 122.8.
Windows doors. Let's check here. Oh, that's too much. Closed.
Correction 842, wind 130 degrees 3 knots.
Have to set my
Cleared for takeoff.
viewpoint just a tad forward. Tilt that. Come on.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes released, ready for push.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Thank you. So Windows doors closed and beacon is on, and that's the before start check is complete. Right, now, when we set the switch to start, we're going to get a cooling timer. Now, at the moment, there is not much cooling time, but we do have a dual cooling push button here. So just for good practice, we're going to put that on. Now, when I start engine 1 or engine 2, doesn't matter which side we start first, then it'll open both start valves. So I'm going to take engine 1 here. So start engine 1. You can now see both start valves open and motor the engine to about 8 to 10%. Alright. And then we have both cooling timers counting down. And now the start valve on this number 2 engine closes and engine 1 starts up normally. The coolings for the fan. Why am I not hearing the sounds really? Oh, now. For the inner shaft tends to bow as the engine cools down. In order to have that straightened enough, there's a cooling cycle. So there's a slower rotation with airflow cooling the inner core part, and then getting that shaft straightened out again before we then accelerate to idle power. Right, let's start engine 2. The seatbelts, oh, that was a beautiful livery there. Now disappeared. Oh, there we go. That's a different one now. Ah. So the seatbelts, literally, usually up to 10,000 feet above the ground, and then if there's no turbulence expected, you can switch them off. And then it depends on airline SOPs. So for us, short range, about 15 minutes before landing, we would switch them on. But of course, if you have turbulence, or if you expect turbulence in the approach, you would switch them earlier.
Please set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Now, I need to set some viewpoints here, guys, because right, let me just quickly do that. Well, that's a I thought it was taking off, but he's taxiing. GG's, he's like 50 knots. Are you kidding me?
And bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. I'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you, have a nice day. Right, let's do the after start flows. Flaps are going 1. Then we'll switch off the APU. Going to get that ignition switch spoilers arm, flaps are 1. I'm going to set the trim. Up 0.4. And then we did a flight control check. So full up, full down, full left, full right, rudder full left, full right. Everything's neutral. Right, so let me have a look here. There's already driving off. Good, after start checklist. Anti-ice is off, it's hot enough. Ecom status is checked. Pitch trim up 0.4 and rudder trim is neutral, and that's the after start checklist complete. Swiss 4 for X-ray requesting taxi.
Two sessions, Swiss 4 for X-ray, taxi holding point Alpha 2 runway 28.
Holding point Alpha 2 runway 28, 4 for X-ray. So as briefed, so he gave us holding point Alpha 2.
Runway 28 via Foxtrot and Alpha.
So right side clear, left side is clear, brakes off. Let's get the... And off we go. Little howl. November Mike, hello. Admiral, hello. Starminer. Yeah. Weird noises. Let's do a quick brake check. Brakes are working.
Continue left turn direct.
Radar PWS. Auto brake coming max. Takeoff config normal. Heavy bird today. Takes a lot of power to get rolling. Yeah, now I can hear the sounds nicely. I was just worried that the sounds were a bit tame at the beginning. I am using again the Moser profile from our good friend Pascal, who published an update to his Moser profile, AB9 profile, which works also on AB6, by the way. So, if you're interested.
I'd like to take visual approach if possible. We are having issues with NCD that I did inform.
The Moser. I mean. Oh.
Roger, we expect visual approach 1 for Qatar to inform.
76 Hotel Zulu, you seem to be frozen in midair for about a minute already. Any issues?
Yeah, so he's measured the stick pressures and movement speeds, the dampening, and has tried to set his profile exactly to the real world stick. And I have to say the way the forces are working, very nice. I like it, and there's a bit of dampening. You can see the stick moving back, apparently exactly like the real stick. So here's Alpha 2. Gonna stop here, parallel. And then we'll read the taxi checklist. Flight controls checked. Flap setting config 1+F. Radar predict which system. Line up weight runway 28. Swiss 4 for X-ray. We have radar PWS on auto. Engine mode set to normal. And EKCH takeoff no blue.
Could you give us our departures again, just to be sure for Swiss 8?
Right, packs off. TCAS on. Oh yeah, you're right, Yoda. Yeah, good catch, good catch. Yeah, that should be off. That's normally done, right, approach check is clear. That's normally done with the after start flows, of course. You are correct. Good. Let's reset the timer. And then radar is on. The FO forgot, exactly. Blame the FO.
Get off. 128, I call you back in half a minute. This is for X-ray, wind 130 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 cleared for takeoff.
Runway 28, clear takeoff. Swiss 44 X-ray.
This is for Lima, line up at 8, runway
Alright, bad lineup, but we'll take it. We're ready. So lineup runway confirmed, TCAS TAR, and PAX 1 and 2 off. Take off. Manflex 63, SOS runway auto thrust blue. Thrust set. 100 knots. A1. Rotate. Buzz right. Gear up. Enough. I confirm and climb level 120, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So, here we go. Key number 2, we'll turn left, intercept. Here we go, lever climb. So it's thrust, but we're still an SRS. But we can turn on the packs now. German Sim Aviation, guten Abend. Wie geht's dir?
For Lima, wind 130 degrees, 3 knots, runway 28 cleared for takeoff. 128, clear for takeoff, Swiss 44 Lima.
Climb, alt blue. Now we slowly lower the nose. But we only accelerate to 210 knots. Right, let's accelerate, shall we? I'm cheating a little bit because I do want to climb up as fast as I can. Right, heading 360, Swiss 4th X-ray, thank you. So there we go, that's mission accomplished. Right turn, heading 360, heading, open climb. Here's the autopilot 1.
Start up a pushback approach facing north.
Golf course there. Nice.
This is for X-ray, navigation direct to Minga.
Present position direct to, let's see, Minga. Found it. Thank you much, Swiss 4th X-ray. So Minga. And we have direct Minga nav. Flap 0, speed is checked. Flap 0. Ground spoil is disarmed.
Right, 11 Mike, set right hello, descent flight level 200.
Lights off.
6716.
What a golf course. Lol. So right now, German Sim Aviation, I'm lucky enough to have air conditioning now since about 2 months. But yeah, prior to that, I did have very hot temperatures. Wow, look at the Alps here, beautiful. Yes. Oh, well, that was for us.
Advise 387,
No.
squawk 1000.
I think he did call us, but let me see. Standards. Swiss 4 for X-ray. I think I missed the call. Did you call us regarding climb level 200?
Negative, Jetort 2 Emirates.
Okay.
Swiss 4 for Lima, continue climb flight
4 for Lima, 4 for X-ray. Lol.
Emirates 11, Mike, identified Cat Negra 2 Alpha arrival, expect ILS 1.
No, normally... So air conditioning here in Germany is not typical, I would say.
Swiss 4 for X-ray, climb flight level 390. Now for the advisory 122.8 Namen.
Ja, vielen Dank. Climb level 390, advisory 122.8. Ebenso, tschüss, die Swiss 4 for X-ray.
Tschüss.
Very nice. Good. Phew, very slow speed here for the climb. Now, one issue I have with the new view app here is that suddenly, at some point, I think when I go and click on the another monitor, my mouse view stops working, so I can't move the view anymore with the mouse pointer, with the mouse. Not a big deal, but still. And Lullepilot, moin, Grüße nach Hamburg. I mean, I had the same. I had temperatures around, yeah, almost 30 degrees, 32 degrees in summertime here in my room. So, well, we'll see. I think, you know, so the question is, do you want a professional system like, you know, with an external main unit, so a split unit if you like, because I got a split unit now, so there's an external outside unit, and then I have 2 air conditionings, so you know, in 2 separate rooms. And I did choose a very efficient version, which doesn't take that much electricity, and but the whole thing was expensive, very expensive, several thousand euros. I'm not going to say exactly how much, but very expensive. So when I heard the price, I was almost thinking about not getting it. It was that expensive. So, but in the long term, yeah, in the long term, I think, yeah, for me, it does make sense here. Yeah, Morphos, that's the thing. I really feel for the people that live in the cities, well, not just cities, but those that have kind of a room just below the roof, where you know, temperatures just rise and rise and rise, and then at night time, the temperatures don't cool down below 25 degrees. It's horrible. Flybe 757, you also had air conditioning for 2 months now. Yeah. Yeah, I have a Daikin as well. Yeah. Sorry, Jacob. Does dual engine cooling do the same thing as cranking the engines? In principle, yes. And the only difference, Jacob, is if you crank, there is no start cycle. Crank means crank, right? So you would have to crank, go back to norm, let the engine spool down, and then go ignition start. But I wouldn't, in principle, yes, in principle it's the same cooling, cranking, but yeah, the NEOs, so the Pratt & Whitney's, not the Leaps. The Leaps have also a cooling cycle, but they don't have a timer displayed. Right, so there is a slight difference there. Okay. Just going to dial that up a bit. Right. Oh, it's really horrible. Why? I'm not sure why the mouse pointer doesn't work anymore. Very tough. Alright, that's better. And Hawaii. Haiwanisches Wurstbrot. Hello to you. Lovely name. It does dry out the throat. I mean, that's one of the things with the air conditionings, right? It does, what it does is that it takes out the humidity, right? It does take out humidity and interesting cinematics. It's kind of weird on the on the stream. It seems a lot more choppier than what it does on my monitor. Kind of weird. And Martin, hello. 25 degrees in Gothenburg, not too bad. Just too toasty. That's not bad. I went cycling today at around 28 degrees, 29 degrees. So that was okay as well. Not too bad. Nah, Ghost, no. If you take a professionally installed split unit with 2 units inside, it costs a lot more than 450 euros. Hayden, hello to you. Can you crank both engines at the same time? No, you normally wouldn't do that. No. Again, there's no procedure for cranking on purpose using the crank selection here with both engines. There's simply no procedure for that. And Tuning Johnny, hello to you. Grüße. Alpha. Yeah, Fogband Turtle, you've got you're more in the price range that I was talking about. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? I mean, I tried to get a mobile unit, and that simply just didn't do the trick. And so in the end, I mean, I think at least I hope it just adds a bit more value to the house itself. But in the end, you know, being able to sleep in cooler temperatures is just worth a lot. It really is. Yeah. Yeah. So depending on the depending on the company that you choose. Yeah, I would say it ranges from, let's say, 5,000 to 8,000 euros. Anyone else using X-Plane and Aura X? Maybe you could tell me why I am now sometimes getting a disconnect from the kind of the mouse point is working, but if I press middle mouse button, which I normally do to pan the view around, it doesn't work anymore suddenly. Right, temperature up here is minus 17, minus 39, so minus 40 SAT means that we don't have to switch on engine anti-ice, but here we are now with that minus 40. So in this kind of low temperature, there is no more risk of icing. I just heard a cat. No. So I don't have to keep windows open. So there is a line for the an inbound line and an outbound line for the cooling liquid, and then there's a third line for the extracted water from the humidity. Johnny, no, we didn't have to do anything special with the electricity. No, normal 240 volts, and I mean, again, it's a very efficient unit, and so to give you an idea how much we used in so I used 40 kilowatts in June, and right now this month I've used 16. So that's what, 12 euros, 10 to 12 euros for a whole month of cooling. So that was not too bad. Exactly. It's a wall unit. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah. True. Yeah. You can heat, depending on the electricity costs you have. You can use those air conditioning units to heat. Yeah, exactly. That does work as well. Is it really utility? The heating is efficient as well? Okay. Interesting. But for air conditioning which has a peak of 2.5 kilowatts extra. Honestly, I don't think my unit has a 2.5 kilowatt peak, because that sounds a lot. Yeah, so exactly. So you know, if you dial in, for example, I mean, I have mine set to 23 degrees Celsius, because I don't want to cool it, and you know, whatever you don't go at 18, 19 degrees. It doesn't make sense, right? Because that's too cold. So it only goes to 23 degrees. But already, if you have the moisture taken out from the air, so the humidity going down, that on its own is just already a great feeling. Hey, thank you much, Mark. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hang on, let me just quickly. Mark, thank you so much for the £2. That's very kind of you, Mark. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. Yeah, exactly. So that's the problem, right? When it's very humid, you get the feeling it's a lot hotter than you know. Let's say you have 30 degrees. But then 70-80% humidity, it feels like 35, 37 degrees. Yeah. Exactly that. So we can see that with automatic tilt management, now we have a tilt of minus 3.75. And like I said earlier, let's go airport. So here's Frankfurt. So as we get further up north, it will be interesting to see if today X-Plane actually has some thunderstorms showing up on the radar, because that was broken for some time. Exactly, Ghost. Yeah, you can also just run it on dry mode. Yeah, that's true. I have lots of different modes. Yeah. So you can do cooling, you can do heating, you can do just ventilation. You could also do drying. Yeah, Quotenmarkt. The thing is though, I'm sure you've experienced that as well. In some countries, when you go into like a mall, a shopping mall, it feels like they cool down to about 18 degrees Celsius. It's just so cold. Hey, moin, Voyager, wie geht's? So, Yoda, have you actually moved into your new flat? Is it because I meant to ask you some time ago if it's already finished? Yeah, that's a cool thing. If you have a heat pumps like a heat, Wärmetauscher, half finished. Okay, so in German it's called Wärmetauscher. So it's a big thing here in Germany, where heat is extracted from the air outside. Through some, physical process, cooled, and then the cooled liquid. Oh, the other way. So sorry, it extracts for heating, extracts the energy out of the air outside, and heats up the liquid for the heating system. And so you can have heating. Now it works also in summertime the other way around, where you can use it for cooling. Yeah, heat exchange process, which is great. I mean, that's really, really interesting. Yeah. Yeah, doing well. Dankeschön, Voyager. Yeah. 18 Grad, herrlich. No, it's way too cold. 80 degrees. Way too cold. Yeah, exactly. So if you have like a floor heating system, it will cool or it will heat the floor, which is very nice. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the flat is only half finished. Okay. Lilienthal, well, that's good. So 20, I think 24. Yeah, 24 is literally on the edge. I think for me, sleeping well and feeling comfortable. But 23 is like what I said for cooling. Yeah. And Fogbound Turtle to get smart thermostats, save about 10% electricity. Nice. Bis for the Küste. Nice. And as Gilles says, in my place 25 degrees, shades down, door closed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There are things that can help you to, make sure you don't waste more energy. No, so wear and tear is not implemented yet. Toliss, no. You have random failures, random faults you can implement, but there's no. Now, what I can say lately, so if you haven't updated X-Plane 12 to the latest beta, don't do it. There's definitely a bit of performance hits with the latest updates. I mean, on stream it looks worse than what I have on my monitor, but I get about 45 to 50 FPS, which is kind of, and it jumps a lot. It's not very constant. It jumps a lot around a lot. Cargo Pilot, hang on, let me check. Discord. Stick figure, hello to you. Jacob, 80 degrees. It's standard temperature for the metro in Hong Kong. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you get used to those kind of temperatures, then yeah, I mean, that's a problem, isn't it? That's the thing with the human brain. It does get accustomed very quickly to your surroundings, and so that's the problem. Okay, Carl. Where did you post them? Under Real World Pictures? Where did you post them? And the question is, when did you post them? July 11th. Okay, Cargo Pilot. Which chat? Real World Pictures? Ah, I think I found them. The holiday pictures, right? Paulos, yeah. Oh, nice. Some flying pictures there. What plane is that? Ooh, hang on. Let me see. Airplane. Yeah. Got it here. Hang on. Give me a second. Nice. What plane is that? Fancy doors. Nice. And Mark, you updated from excellent to 12 a few weeks ago. Couldn't run. Yeah. But again, I mean, I have updating set to beta versions as well, and I can't regret that now because yeah, the latest beta is not the best, I'm afraid to say. You run around with t-shirt during winter times, oh god. Oh yeah, so Mark, there's definitely you know, some stuff that has to be done with installation. Okay, Cargo Pilot, let me find those. So which area is that again? Which area? Hang on. Almost had them. That's also, that's from Fabian, also very nice. Aquila, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh yeah, just now. Huh? Okay. Eurowings, nice. So you got to sit in the flight deck. I don't want to show the. So that was a Eurowings. Nice Neo as well. Yeah, Europa. Nice. Eurowings, exactly. Nice. Cool. Very nice. You learned the summer that it can bear up to 27 degrees Celsius. Above that, it starts to get uncomfortable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the surroundings. Like, if you know, if you are near the, you know, a lake or seaside or something, well, that's right. Then I find it's bearable, right? But that looks pretty good. But otherwise, yeah, if you have no means of cooling down. Now I want to try something. One thing, what could be an issue as well, is because I did have BlueFX. Let me reset that. So that is standard. That is standard X plane, which also looks nice. think I'll leave that right now. That's cool. Wow, that is so good. Not yet. Not yet. So again, I have another pause now until August with my training. Unfortunately, because my instructor is on holiday. I mean, you know, he's got smaller children, and of course now it's summertime here, and children have no school, so they go on vacation, of course. So I've got to wait until August, but I have not recorded anything yet. I will record them when I'm flying on my own. And Paul, hello. Yes, 23 degrees. 23, nice, 23. Yeah, look at that. That looks so good. Look at the ground as well. Incredible. Very nice. Still don't know why I can't use the mouse view anymore. So I did read up, you should try WDSA or something. Just gonna Google that, why it resets that. X-Plane 12. Aura X mouse view stops working. So it's usually caused by an input conflict, a stray camera command, or an issue with your mouse settings. Spacebar, reset, shift 9, or press new point 5. No. Look around cockpit. Now the thing is, I can't go into the keyboard menu because I'll get kicked from use comma. What's a full stop key? And Tiho, good Abend. Oh, nice, paddling the Baltic Sea. And Organivator, good evening. You're starting a PPL? Nice! Hey, GG's. So Organivator, I wish you all the best for that training. Brilliant. That's really good to hear. Very happy for you. Nice. Cool. Well, I'll do a bit of FPS. So I have good FPS. I think again it's more the fact that yeah, VSync isn't working. Let me quickly do that. Graphics. Ah, no, we don't do that because that definitely messes up. Now keyboard, mouse view, toggle. No. It's not. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Let me fetch the weather in the meantime. Let me fetch the weather. So let's go Atsu. Now, one thing I'm surprised to see. Do we have any control here? VATSIM radar. Let me just check something quickly. VATSIM radar. Yeah, we should be. Oh, no, we're not. We're right now right in the middle of nothing. No, okay, so we're going to get into the Bremen radar sector. It's going to be 25025. I'm going to pre-select that, 25025. Get ready for that call. And they should have CPDLC Echo Delta Whiskey Sierra. I'll do that in a minute as well. So let's do ATIS. Yeah, Chase Plane and Microsoft is nice. Yeah, I do enjoy that as well. But here I've got a new, I have a new view app here called Aura X, which I like very much. I mean, you know, it has some nice view commands. Let's check auto zoom away. Let's try it again. Are there main differences between the A320 100 and 200? Isn't the 100, I mean, Bruno would know this so good, but there we go. Wouldn't that be more a matter of EIS 1 and 2? So the old displays, cathode ray displays.
Contact now Hamburg 12054, tschüss. Bremen, good night. Contact Hamburg 120, climbing 3 for the road, path 256 in Nordhalt. 1 Whiskey Papa. 1 Whiskey Papa, sorry, the call is blocked again for some reason. Confirm the frequency 1205403. Contact Hamburg 1120.54.
So we'll notify.
Bye-bye.
And then we'll see, because that way he'll know already that we're on his frequency. Right. So we have 4 left in use, as expected. Bremen Radar Moin, the Swiss 4 for X-ray, flight level 390.
Swiss 4 for X-ray, Bremen Moin, Radar Contact, proceed direct Geska.
Direct Geska, Dankeschön, Swiss 4 for X-ray. Direct Geska. The beam points. Insert.
Say Charlie Kilo first. I think you were calling for descent. Correct. Confirmed. Charlie Kilo. Charlie Kilo, Roger. Descent flight level 250. Descent 250. Charlie Kilo. Lufthansa 1 for Mike. Bremen hello. Radar contact. Continue climb. Flight level 340.
Okay.
Continue climbing 340. 1 for Mike.
And ADC is loud enough for you guys?
5 Lima Kilo. Request descent. Lufthansa 5 Lima Kilo. Descent flight level 250. Descent flight level 250, Lufthansa 5 Lima Kilo.
That looks a bit weird, that the equitime point is on the radar vector later in the approach. That's kind of weird. That shouldn't be the case. So here's Hanover, and currently... So a quick check here for the weather. Is loud enough, Dankeschön.
Lufthansa 929, proceed direct Delta Hotel 257. Proceed direct Delta Hotel 257, Lufthansa 929. Function 842, contact Maastricht 136465. Bye bye.
Oh yeah. Woo.
136.65.
Okay, okay.
Function 842 to confirm frequency 136, decimal 465.
I'll show you the picture in a minute.
Sorry for that. The 136, decimal 465. Good job.
So here. Right. So not far away from where I live, we've got thunderstorms. And so Hanover's here. So just past Hanover, right, IRL, there are thunderstorms. So let's see. So again, here's Hanover. So there should be thunderstorms around here. And if we don't see anything, then it's still broken. It's thundering in Hamburg. Yeah, it looks like it, yeah. It's another interesting observation, which I had at least on the A321s.
Frequency 134375.
Yeah, also the mouse zoom here doesn't work. Regarding green dot and the cruise speed. So normally you would not want to fly in a green dot speed in cruise. You could do that holding, right, but not in cruise level. So the problem is if you get a kind of a negative wind gust, so some turbulence, and the speed drops, you know, towards VLS, you get behind the power curve. And at some point, even with maximum climb, you know, continuous thrust or climb thrust, you can't speed up anymore, so you have to descend. That's true. If you paid by the hour, then green dot is good. And weather radar still broken, explain. Okay, well that explains it. I mean, we do have some convective cloud layers in the distance that I can see, but I'm not seeing any radar returns. Good. So, did we get any? Oh, active center is Bremen. So we are logged onto CPTLC. Nice. So runway 4 left. So we have dry runway 4 left. After landing, expat vacating. So 360 at 8. The wind. QNH is 1023 and temperature 22. Nice. Very nice, 22 degrees Celsius. Now I would like to do the Arnhem approach. So let's go Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel. Ah, I'm stupid. Could just click here. Keep forgetting. Approach. So we do the RP 4 left. Gotta pin that. So this is the approach I would like to fly. So let me pull that down here.
Yes, and we are descending via the Nolgo 6 Alpha.
So let me just check the approach. So we have the arrival. So it's going to be, yeah, we have Olbip, then we have Nexo, then we have Charlie Hotel 731, 724, and then Dopem, and then it's the radar vectors. So we keep the track here, 217, radar vectors, and then we have the RMP approach, which starts at Charlie Hotel 710. Then we step descent down to 2000, Charlie Hotel 4 Lima Foxtrot, that's the final descent point. Then we have a 3-degree profile down, correct here. And it's 6 miles distance, also correct. So geometrically, it is programmed correctly. And then the missed approach, and the minimums LNAV VNAV. We're not allowed to do LPV, just LNAV VNAV 270. Let me just enter that. And that is, of course, provisionally assuming we do get the RMP approach later from approach control. So 270 minimums. And then we check the missed approach, which goes via 4 Lima 1, 4 Lima 2, and then it's a track 343, which you can see here as well. Right, sector 17, 1800 and 2100 around the airport. So 2,500 is definitely safe in the approach. We don't have cold temperature correction, of course, and that's fine. Restrictions though, let me just check the restrictions on the arrival. So we have Nexo 90 below. That is something we have to check. Yeah, Nexo 90 below. And max 250. Then we have the next one is going to be Charlie Hotel 724. 5,000 below. And then we have Dorpen. 4,000 below, 220 knots, correctly programmed. So the top descent should be okay, should work out. Oh, and the wind data. Let me just, one thing I didn't do yet, did I? Let's do wind. Hey, Polaka. I mean, it's just crosswind, so it doesn't really do much. But we should load it anyways. Yesterday got involved in a discussion about engine operation after a friend noticed Freiburg Wyatt operates normally at around 2.4. Nah. I don't think you would expect any bigger vibration differences for the engine. Now the question though is, do we want to flag full landing or config 3 landing, guys? What shall we do? So here's the wind, descent wind is in. So top descent should be programmed correctly now. Normal flaps, you know, is config 3 or config full. Both are normal, but usually if there's nothing speaking against config 3, you would take config 3. So I guess what we can do for left, here's the temperature QNH, drive runway, anti-ice off landing weight, 65 tons. We'll do config 3, aircon on, brake low, reverse on. Let's do reverse off compute. So we need predicted 2,133 meters. Now that would put us into the realms of, just check here. So we have available for left 3,000 meters. So that means we still have enough buffer for sure. Kind of for 900 meters at least. And then they did say vacate runway as quickly as possible. So I guess anything like Alpha 6, Alpha 5 high speed is fine. Tailwind? No. We don't really have tailwind either. So more headwind. Yeah, I don't see any issues. So let's go config 3. Config 3 here as well. Right, order brake low. Oh, Auto brake low, pre-selected. TCAS will put already to below.
Swiss 571, report your Mach number.
0.84, Swiss 571.
Information
Roger, for
Bravo.
at the moment, speed Mach decimal 78 or less.
78 or less.
Hey Jacob, are you asking?
Center, hello, Swiss 500, Lima, Executive 370 inbound market.
Swiss 500 Lima, Bremen, radar contact.
Yeah, I think Jacob, that's a possible. Yeah. So the question I just got from Jacob is, how fast would the aircraft decelerate without the use of brakes? So just use the spoilers and the reverse, and see the effect on the deceleration. Yeah, we'll do that. So we have auto brake off. Okay, no auto brake. So we're just going to brake initially with the spoilers and the reverse thrust. Right, contact Maastricht 36425. 36465.
135.65.
Right.
Fraction 842, contact Copenhagen 119.555.
That's Maastricht.
555,
Maastricht, good evening. Swiss 44 X-ray, flat level 390.
Swiss 44 X-ray, Maastricht radar identified.
So it's Echo Delta Yankee Juliet.
Scandinavian. Disregard. Speedbird 14, contact Copenhagen 12.
So that's already notified. So the handover should work. Or the automatic handover. It just takes a few seconds, so we may just stay a bit patient. And then we'll see if the handover works. Yep. So it's just saying that in the real aircraft, there's definitely a noticeable deceleration, even with just spoilers and the reverse thrust. Now, be aware that the deceleration force is dependent on your aerodynamic pressure. So the faster you go, so the higher the speed is, the more braking force you would receive. The problem then goes, as you slow down and the aerodynamic pressure gets less and less, then the reverser and the speed brakes will work, less and less efficient. So that's something you've got to be aware of. Any tips for energy management? I mean, if you want to... So in these situations, in general, I would always recommend putting in, the runway into the performance page here. So the progress page. And that way, always estimate your expected track mileage, and then just use that, per 1,000 feet, 3 miles, plus 8 miles deceleration distance. That normally works really well. Hey, Fidos. And I mean, management means if you find out that you are too high in the profile, let's say, because that's normally the worst case, then the earlier you correct that, the better off you're going to be. Hey, Dave. Lovely to see you, Dave. Greetings to you. 28 months. Much appreciated. What are you up to currently, Dave? I guess you're also sweating like the rest of us.
Hello, black box.
Hello to you. Thank you so much. Now let me just check that we have switched over the... so it's notified. Connection status. Right, let me just disconnect that again and just do notification. Echo Delta.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Entertainment Airlines New subscribers should now
And
click
Finos, thank you so
first
much
class. Thank you.
for the 8 months. How's retirement?
How retirement?
Very nice. But busy. A lot busier than I expected. So, yeah, it's kind of strange that, yeah, that I feel so stressed out sometimes. But overall, it's good. It's good. And Dave is building a new gaming PC right now. Nice. You've not tried Microsoft yet. Which sim platform did you use in the past, Dave? P3D or X-Plane? Thank you, Finos. I am enjoying it, yes. Of course.
1574 Kilo Maastricht radar identified.
Honest
With 44 X-ray, descent to flight level 280.
descent flight level 280 Swiss 44 X-ray. Perfect. So he had a very nice estimate on where my top descent should be. So got descent alt blue 280. Down we go. Yeah, so P3D, honestly, I think right now with the new PC will run very nicely at 60 FPS. And if you have many add-ons for that, I think right now Microsoft still suffers from some aerodynamic inaccuracies, and depending on how easily you feel that, you can be a bit disappointed, especially with add-ons like the FSLabs, or I'm hearing things like from FENIX, or people that fly the FENIX, that they have issues flaring the aircraft constantly, or getting good constant landing rates. So even I have that. It just is so unpredictable in its behavior. Yeah. So another thing I found, for example, if I fly the Huey, the UH-1, the Huey helicopter, comparing DCS, X-Plane, and Microsoft, the most realistic feels like literally X-Plane and DCS. In Microsoft, it just feels too easy. Even though it does simulate the VRS, so the vortex ring state issue, but it's a lot easier to get out and slow down the helicopter in Microsoft. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, and if it's very gusty winds, you are feeling that the inertia is missing, right? It's just, I don't know. But I guess maybe it's just the real-world pilots, that are suffering more from that issue than compared to descent rate 2,500 feet per minute or greater, Swiss 4th X-ray. Right, vertical speed. It's kind of interesting. So let's have a quick look here. 132 miles to go. Let's go constraints. So I have 100 miles to the 90 below, which is fine. So there's no real need from my side to descend that quickly. But I think it's more ATC has an issue with separation. The thing is, we're on a cost index of 8 today, and the problem is the NEOs are flying very slowly. Now normally you can manipulate the descent speeds. So for example, I should be able to put in like 280 on conversion, but here's not allowed. So all I can do to fly a bit faster You know, let's go cost. Huh? What?
Chicago 101 Maastricht identified.
There we go. That hardly changes anything.
127 Maastricht identified. Climb to flight level 370.
Okay, so we've done our preparations, guys. Quick briefing.
Scandinavian 269er, contact Maastricht radar 127.865.
A320NEO, no technical issues. We're going to be flying or planning to fly the arrival.
Swiss 44 X-ray, contact Maastricht radar 119.5, correction, contact Copenhagen 119.555.
119er 555, Swiss 4 for X-ray bye. I mean, it's so nice to dial in the frequency on the RMP panel. Copenhagen Control, good evening from Swiss 44 X-ray 320, descending 280, descent rate 2500 or greater.
Hello, Swiss 44 X-ray, Copenhagen Control, radar contact, cleared Monarch 5 Alpha, arrival landing 04 left, descent flight level 90 with normal descent rate.
Descent level 90, normal descent rate, and runway 4 left with the Monarch 5 Alpha arrival. Copied Swiss 44 X-ray. So 90, descend, so manage to descend again, out blue. And we'll leave the costing as it is. It's quite slow speed, but hey.
Fraction 842, reduce speed now to 50 knots. 250 knots, fraction.
Can you do that? It's not active. Then go performance page, set cruise to 1 across descent page and modify again. Okay. Is that in the real aircraft? I was so sure that you can do that in the real aircraft.
Fraction 842, contact Copenhagen approach, frequency 118.4.
So here says entry out of range.
Okay, repeat, fraction
Yeah, it doesn't like it.
to approach on 118.4.
So I could do like 280, let's say. Yeah. So it doesn't do anything, unfortunately. But, a couple of clouds. Let's get the engine anti-ice on for a few seconds. It's on. Higher flight level. Let's try 300. Nah. I think it's just something here in the sim that's bugged or not behaving like the real aircraft. Yep. So it just keeps staying in the descent. Good. Yeah, like I said, Monarch 5 Alpha is now confirmed, which we have checked, and then we are going to request the RMP approach 4 left. We'll debrief that as well, check the waypoints, minimum set, and we'll do a auto brake off, meaning we're just going to do reverse spoilers to see how fast we're accelerating, and then we'll just brake manually to vacate Alpha 6 or Alpha 5 to the left. And then we taxi to the apron. The taxi in is via Alpha. Then we would cross at Alpha normally. And then on the other side, depends where we're going to be parked. But normally it's going to be the B gates or the Alpha pier. We'll see. So we do expect Yankee and then so on, but we'll get the clearance later.
Scandinavian 2990, contact Copenhagen approach, frequency 118.455.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you can go selected speed, right? That as well. But now the question is,
Swiss 44 X-ray, speed 280 knots.
Speed exactly 280 knots indicated, Swiss 4 for X-ray. As if we knew. So 280 now. Now we are definitely needing to use the selected speed. So now we're coming into the path. And now we'll see. Hey, what a coincidence. Dave, did you fly somewhere privately for holidays after retirement plans? Yeah, we went to Norway on a cruise, but that's the only private flight we did after my retirement. And so now currently I'm getting my single engine piston rating back. Currently flying the Cessna 172. And then hopefully, yeah, engine ITI is off, Jacob. Good catch, good catch. There we go. So then hopefully get my SCP back in August. Hopefully I'll manage that, and then yeah, gonna enjoy some private flying. Lovely.
Swiss 906 Victor, descent flight level 90.
Remaining flight time. Let's have a look here at progress. Plan 1826. It's about 20 minutes to go.
Clear by the Monarch 5 for arrival and cleared for landing on runway 04 left, over 7 kilo.
Swiss 44 X-ray, proceed direct Nexo.
Swiss 44 X-ray, direct to point Nexo, Dankeschön. So that's a nice shortcut, Nexo. Insert.
Hungarian 7 Quebec Mike, Copenhagen control, radar contact, cleared Monarch 5 Alpha, arrival, landing runway 04 lift, speed 280 knots. Speed 280 knots, cleared Monarch 5 Alpha, arrival, ILS 04 left, Hungarian 7 Quebec Mike.
No, I honestly, I'm just not the person to wind change there, but you know, to build things, right? And imagine if I had to build my own experimental plane. No, I don't think you know, I would survive long on that. Wow, look at the wind change here.
Swiss 906 Victor, contact Copenhagen approach, frequency 118.455, bye-bye.
118.455, Swiss 906 Victor, bye-bye.
Let's have a quick look. 118.455. Okay, I'm going to pre-select that. 118.455. Pre-selected.
Hungarian 7 Quebec Mike, descent flight level 090 with normal descent rate.
Not even a Basel with toy plane. Honestly, I don't think I would have the patience for that.
Wolfare 74 kilo, proceed direct to Nexo, descend when ready, flight level 90 and maintain speed 280 knots or greater.
That's the thing, you know, that would be an idea, Avenger, for, you know, another streaming idea, right? Are there any streaming channels, especially like building, you know, these model planes or model cars or something? Surely there must be a channel for that, right? Doubt. Yeah, Drehstörpilot. So real life story. When I was doing glider flying in Mendig, there was a military airport that was also be able to use, you know, as a civil airport. There was a guy that had an experimental plane as well, and he crashed on takeoff. Now he survived, but he crashed on takeoff. I didn't see that, but I heard it from a friend, and it wasn't pretty, so I don't know. Good. Tell you what, 18 minutes. Yeah, let's strap everyone in. Let's get seatbelts on. Yeah, I mean, he had some injuries. I would say minor injuries, but the plane was completely broken. And the same thing, he built it for several years, and I saw him actually do some takeoff runs where he accelerated to, let's say, 50 knots, and then stopped again. I never saw him flying or try to fly. There is a stick figure. There is a Twitch carrier for miniatures and models. I told you so. Now, as a young kid, so I mean, when I was 10 or 12 years old, I do remember I did build some of these models. I did, and I enjoyed that. But one thing though, I remember the painting. I didn't have an airbrush, so I had to, to paint with a brush, and that was always, I already put too much paint, and I was like, it felt a bit sticky. so this time, yeah, I would do that with an airbrush, because the results are a lot better, obviously. I mean, even worse thing I witnessed is a parajumper falling to his death. So that was one of the most gruesome things I've ever had to witness. And it's one of those instances, it's such a weird thing where you're witnessing it and you're seeing it saying, okay, come on, pull the reserve. And they just don't pull the reserve. And then normally you would think you would look away. But it's so weird, you're just so paralyzed by what's happening that I didn't look away. And I mean, I didn't actually see him hit the ground. He actually fell into a hangar. But I heard the impact. It sounded like a bomb. It was so loud. I see the goosebumps now. So that's really where I got my mindset. I would never jump out of an aircraft with a parachute. So no, so yeah, I'm not using X camera anymore. The only way I could send you that is through Discord, maybe. If you send me a private message on Discord, then I could do it that way. Yeah, I've got over it. I mean, it was it was gruesome back then and definitely a shock. But yeah, I've grown up and gotten over it. I'm using Aura X. What? Which is a nice app. Really like it. Aura X. So AUROX. So it's doing a nice descent, right? Look, so we cleared level 90. That's exactly the restriction here. So you can see the blue arrow here hitting that restriction. And we did get the 280 knots. So let me put the lights on. It looks fancy, it's nice. It's got a very nice UI, yeah, absolutely.
Skyline 658, fly heading 020 degrees. Station calling, say again. Speed 571, flight level 280, inbound, get go. Swiss 571 Copenhagen, radar contact.
I agree.
Cleared
The
Monarch 5
X
Alpha,
camera
landing
UI
04
is
left.
outdated. Yeah, it
Holding
is.
over all
Absolutely.
PIP as published, expected delay 5 to 10 minutes.
Ooh, they're doing holdings. What?
Alpha expecting 4 left and into all PIP holding as published to 571. Swiss 44 X-ray, contact Copenhagen approach, frequency 118.455.
118.455 Swiss 4 for X-ray. So maybe we're lucky. Let me just check the latest status here. Copenhagen approach, good evening, Swiss 4 for X-ray, level 100, descending 900, and we have information Delta.
Swiss 4 for X-ray, custom approach, good evening, information Delta is correct, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1023.
Descend 4,000, QNH 1023, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So we have 4,000 blue, and let's set 1023.
Okay, and send Quebec Mike, custom approach, good evening, Delta is correct.
So, approach checklist. Bar row ref, QNH 1023, seatbelts on, minimum bar row 270 feet. Auto brake off on purpose, and engine mode selector is norm. And Swiss 4 for X-ray. Previous sector gave a speed 280 knots. Shall we maintain that?
Swiss 4 for X-ray, yeah, maintain that for the moment. I'll give you final speed on the shop line.
Okay, so we'll maintain 280 for now. Swiss 4 for X-ray. So next restriction was the 50 below. Transition level 60 though. Let me just change that. 060. There we go. Yeah. So again, next restriction is 5,000 below.
6,000 feet, QNH 1023.
6,000 feet, QNH 1023, Hungary on 7 Quebec, Mike.
Swiss 4 for X-ray speed, 240 knots indicated.
240 indicated Swiss 4 for X-ray. Right, 240.
Okay, and 7 Quebec Mike speed, 230.
Which A320 add-on do you generally prefer to fly?
Hungary on 7 Quebec, Mike.
I mean, let's say hand flying or system-wise. Now, when it gets to visuals, sounds, I would definitely say FENIX. Systems, of course, FENIX as well. Very nice. Performance is good. But hand flying, Toliss. And Captain Wölfchen, Abend, wie geht's?
Swiss 4 for X-ray, contact final 120.205, call sign up.
Call sign only 120205, Swiss 4 for X-ray.
Okay, and 7 Quebec.
Copenhagen final, good evening from Swiss 4 for X-ray.
Swiss 4 for X-ray, hello to you, radar contact, descend 3,000 feet, speed 200.
Descend 3,000, speed back 200 knots, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So I'm going to get some speed brakes out here.
Speedbird at 104, make a left turn now, heading 070, clear out.
And 3,000 blue.
Everything 070, cleared out 04, SP14.
Now the trick is to leave a bit of thrust in,
Make a right turn now,
because the problem is, and it's not correctly simulated, and I've talked about it many times. Here in the Toliss, if you go to flare and pull the thrust to idle quickly, the nose drops. It shouldn't do that. So we have 2,000 feet to go, below 5,000, that's good. Just waiting for the max speed here, 250, now flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. And we can fly that with flaps 1. Speed brakes in. And we'll do open descent now to slow down to 200 knots. Open descent, alt blue 3,000.
X-ray after Dopin, maintain heading 215.
After Dopin, maintain heading 215, Swiss 44 X-ray.
At Swiss 44 X-ray, reduce speed now to 180 knots.
Speed back 180 knots, Swiss 44 X-ray. Now for that we do have to get flaps config 2. So I'm going to wait again until the VFE, so max speed flaps extended config 2.
14, reduce speed now to 160 knots, maintain the speed until 4.
So now we are safe, flaps 2, speed checked, flaps 2.
Speedbird 3, reduce speed to 180.
180 for...
So now we maintain heading 215.
Swiss 244, negative Swiss 44 X-ray, make a right turn heading 240.
Right heading 240, Swiss 4 for X-ray. Speed brakes are in.
Copenhagen Speedbird 14, establish 04 left.
Speedbird 14, thank you very much. Continue approach, you're number 4.
Continue approach, 4.
X-plane. Do you use map enhancement?
Hungarian 7, Quebec, Mike,
Um,
0 to send 3000.
So that's what I use, map enhancements, his alt star, speed.
Speedbird 3, turn left heading 070, clear ILS 0.
But otherwise I don't use any shaders or anything.
070 and cleared the ILS 04 left.
Oh,
Swiss 906.
I need to ask for the RP approach.
Maintain speed until 4.
160 until 4. Swiss 960.
Swiss 44 X-ray, turn right heading 010, clear ILS 04 left.
Right heading 010, cleared the LS 4 left, Swiss 44 X-ray. Any chance to fly the RP approach? Sorry for the late request.
Not today, sir.
Oh,
Quebec, Swiss
okay, there we go.
906,
So,
Tower 118,
so we've got to change quickly. Arrival.
118.505.
Yeah, I requested it too late for that, so...
Oh, I'm too far out. That's the problem right now.
Right. Let's go.
Yankee Golf Delta, hello to you, descend 3000. Hungarian 7, Quebec Mike, reduce speed to 180. Hungarian 7, Quebec Mike, speed 180.
Right, let's do it this way. Approach for left, ILS is 10.5.
7, Quebec Mike, speed 180.
So that's Charlie Hotel.
Yankee Romeo Golf Delta, speed 200. Speedbird 14, contact tower 118105.
118.05, Speedbird, good job, see you.
Hungarian 7, Quebec Mike. Hungarian 7, Quebec Mike.
So let's get LS keys on. There's the ILS. And we're cleared for the approach. So we have Glasgow Blue, Lock Blue, Cat 3 Dual, Autopilot 1+2. Now we have to change the minimums as well for the ILS 4 left.
4 X-ray, reduce speed to 160 knots, maintain the speed until 4.
Speed back 160, maintain to 4, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So here's Lock Star, just in time. And the minimums is 220.
Yankee Romeo Golf Delta, after airport, maintain your present heading.
So approach phase is active.
After airport, present heading, then bring the speed 180 knots.
Speedbird 3, reduce speed to 160 knots, maintain speed until 4.
160 until final, Speedbird 3. Hungarian 7, correct, Mike, radio check.
Hungarian 7, Quebec Mike, there you are, thank you very much. So make a right turn, heading...
So I've just sequenced the flight plan so that we can...
240, Hungarian 7, correct, Mike.
Have a good day, KLM, Bravo to
KLM 4 Alpha Juliet, hello to you, descend 3000, speed 200.
So we fly the missed approach nav mode. Here's the glide slope. And the tower.
Free contact tower 118105, good evening.
Over to Tower C.
Pre-dialed 118105.
Hungarian 7.
So a bit higher than the 2.5. So the intercept is a bit earlier. So out of 3000. And a missed approach straight at 500 feet, then turn left, track 343, climb 3000, inform ATC. Glide slope star, missed approach 3000 is set.
Yankee Romeo Golf Delta, turn left heading 080, clear out 04 left.
Manual flight.
Left heading 04.
Well, that's loud.
Correction 080, clear LS approach 04 left, thank you.
Hungarian 7 Quebec Mike, turn right heading 010, clear out 04 left.
See the parpy lights a little bit. It's a bit hazy at the moment, though.
04 left, time get 7 Quebec Mike.
Okay, then for Alpha Juliet, maintain present heading 2.
So I'll try to do the same. I'll try to get into the flare,
Heading 215,
reduce the thrust.
Spaceport 4 X-ray contact tower 118105, good evening.
118105, good evening from Swiss 4X.
2,500.
And then, but I won't go completely to idle. I'll just leave a bit of thrust in.
Tower Speedbird 3 with you.
Yes, it's, yeah, no worries, yeah.
Speedbird 3, good evening, continue approach 104 left, number 1 wind, 360 degrees at 8 knots. Number 1, continue approach 04 left, Speedbird 3. Speedbird 3, run 04 left, clear to land, after landing, expedite vacating to the left. After landing, expedite landing to the left.
Copenhagen 314 vacate 04 left, Alpha 6.
Speedbird 14, welcome to Copenhagen, taxi via Alpha and Foxtrot, hold short Zulu, cross runway 12.
Taxi via Alpha Foxtrot, hold short Zulu, cross runway 12, speed 14.
Gobbling Tower, good evening from Swiss 4 for X-ray. Oh, gear down.
First Swiss 96 Victor,
5 miles.
121,
Flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3. Speed goes managed.
Swiss 9, Greek and 44, X-ray, gas the tower, good evening, continue approach 104 left, soon number 1, the wind is 360 degrees at 8 knots.
We continue to approach Swiss 4 for X-ray. Right, so lights on. And then we arm the spoilers. Landing checklist. Equilibrium landing, no blue. Careful descent rate. Slightly low, let's correct that.
$1,000.
1000's checked. Beautiful. Now back on path. Power about 50%. That's around what I would expect here with the Neos. Okay, he's just vacating now. Looking good. Yeah, so this is new.
44 X-ray, runway 04 left, clear to land, after landing, expedite vacating to the left.
Clear to land 4 left, Wilco, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So again, we'll just put the reverse to full reverse.
500.
Speed brakes, of course, out, and then we'll check the deceleration rate.
400.
Speedbird 3, welcome to Copenhagen, taxi via Alpha and Foxtrot,
300.
Wind is shifting a little bit to left here.
100 above.
Yeah, wind is inside.
200.
Speedbird 4.
Minimum
Continue.
Speedbird 3.
100.
Yankee Romeo Alpha Golf Delta, cast the tower, good
50,
evening, continue
40,
30,
30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Continue approach,
So we have spoilers, reverser green, so no brakes, just spoilers and reverse, and it does have a pretty good deceleration. Main brakes, then expedite vacating to the left here. Auto brake is off anyways, okay, so. correcting the spoilers. Flaps are going up. Yeah, with config 3, the pitch will be a bit higher
Yankee Golf Delta 104 left,
compared to
after landing, expedite vacating to the left.
compared to the
Catalan 04 left, after landing, expedite vacating on the left, Yankee Golf Delta.
Swiss 44 X-ray, welcome to Copenhagen, taxi via Alpha, hold short runway 12.
Hi Alpha, hold short runway 12, Swiss 4 for X-ray, thank you. Now I can't switch TCAS off because for some reason in X-plane that kills the mode Charlie, and we're supposed to have mode Charlie on. But again, Sajil, same phenomenon. Even though it didn't go completely idle, there's just a nose drop. Man, I wish they would fix that, but well, I guess they just don't care enough for that. Thank you much, Traditional Pilot. Have a good one. Yeah, but okay. So if I look, if I take, you see mode Charlie there? Look, now I turn TCAS off. It kills mode Charlie. And here I have even. Let me put that to auto then. Auto.
Keep it 14 contact 8 frequency 121.6.
No, same.
Bye-bye.
11630, Singapore, see you.
Keep it 3, same view 121.63. So long.
Over to ground, see you.
We're very busy here at Copenhagen. Alt reporting off. Ah, okay, well, yeah. I'll just leave TCAS running for now, honestly. Right, let's get the APU started. Oops, no.
KLM4 Alpha Juliet, Volker, correction, Copenhagen Tower, good evening, continue approach, 104 left, number 1, doing the 360 degrees at 8 knots.
Roger, continue KLM4 Alpha Juliet.
Swiss 44 X-ray, contact tower, frequency 118.3, semi.
Okay, just confirm 18.3 for Swiss 4th X-ray.
Swiss 44 X-ray, negative semi.
Standing back.
Swiss 44 X-ray, frequency 118.58.
1858, Swiss 4th X-ray. And tower, good evening from Swiss 4th X-ray, holding short 12 in Alpha.
Swiss 44 X-ray tower. Got the 1582 right now to join Charlie, the Bravo, holding point runway.
So this is actually also very common, that runway 12 is used for taxiing. Wow, look at all the aircraft. Crazy. Very busy. This is payware scenery. This is Fly Tampa. Copenhagen.
Right, turn onto Delta, then Charlie and Bravo, holding point runway 0 for right. X-ray left, turn to join runway 30, exit Kilo 3, hold short Zulu.
Okay, left 12, exit Kilo 3 and hold short Zulu, Swiss 4th X-ray. So, That as well, that is a real operation. That is exactly what we sometimes have on at Copenhagen. So we're going to go onto the runway, taxi, exit Kilo 3 and hold short of Zulu. So it's nice to have kind of, you know, real ops. So the first taxiway, we're going to stop here. So for this, we're going to get the strobe lights on, nonetheless.
Last station, sorry, second.
A very wide taxiway indeed, yeah. Oh, it's a bit laggy today with all that traffic. Fortunately, yeah, with the beta update, yeah, performance has got a bit worse again, which is a shame, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, Hungarian 87, Quebec Lima, contact 119.355.
Yeah, exactly. The GL, yeah. A bit of a scenery issue here with the approach lights. I guess they didn't fix that. The thing is, this is I'm not sure if that's officially working for X-Plane 12 yet, but we're going to ignore that. Simon, in principle, yeah, it works okay. It's just like I said here, the approach lights. It's a shame, though, nonetheless. It is a shame that they don't update the sceneries. So I'm going to stop here, just vacate this runway.
Swiss 4 X-ray, contact April 121.630.
121.630, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So let's dial that in. Copenhagen ground, good evening, Swiss 4 for X-ray is on Kilo 3, holding short Zulu.
Swiss 4 for X-ray, cash to Hello. Taxi band Alpha 6 via Lima.
Alpha 6 via Lima, Swiss 4 for X-ray. So Alpha 6 is here in the corner there and just via Lima. So that's a pretty straightforward taxi instruction there.
Swiss 4 for X-ray, taxi stand Alpha 6 via Lima.
We taxi Alpha 6 via Lima, Swiss 4 for X-ray. Didn't I read back? I did.
Sleeper 3, hold position. Speedbird 3, hold position.
Holding position, Speedbird 3.
Speedbird 3, I need to look at your charts. This is the second time you taxi ground. We taxi system Delta 4 via Romeo, Whiskey and Sierra.
I'm trying my best, sorry.
So Alpha 6. I've actually parked back here in real life. I think it was Alpha 4 where I parked IRL.
Sky Blue 74 Kilo, it takes stand Alpha 9 via Bravo, Yankee and Mike. Taxing on to stand 119 via Bravo, Yankee and Mike, over 74 Kilo. Blue 74 Kilo, negative, taxi stand Alpha 9 via Bravo, Yankee and Mike.
Air Berlin, seriously.
11-9 for Wolfer 74 Kilo, is that right? Sky Blue 74 Kilo, negative Alpha 9. Sorry, cannot understand you. Can we just refer to PTC for that? Sorry.
Right, we're going to stop here. Set the brakes.
Alpha 9, okay, sorry for that. We got it now. Taxing on to stand Alpha 9 via Bravo, Yankee and Mike, Wolfer 74 Kilo.
And let's shut down engines.
Okay, Romeo Alpha Golf Delta, cash to
Would you say Toliss is better in terms of VNAV, LNAV? Not necessarily, no. Again, it's more noticeable, you know, manual flight. Things like inertia, things like weight differences, which is in general simulated better in X-plane. No, Avimar, no. I was lucky. I heard somebody, some people getting holdings, but luckily not us, no. All right, then we're going to get the transponder to off. And then let's get the fuel pumps off and read the checklist. So we have the parking checklist. Parking brake chock, parking brake set, engines are off, fuel pumps off, and that's the parking checklist complete. Nice. Cool. Successful flight. Yeah, thanks Flybe 757, exactly. So give me about 10 minutes, have a 10-minute break. Alimar, that's really kind of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box.
Thank you so much, gifting us up to Sajia. That's really kind.
New subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Infotainment Experience.
thank you so much.
New subscribers
Is it okay,
should now pick
Charpa
up
or
their pass to
Carpa?
first class.
Again, I don't know exactly how to pronounce that name, but Carpa, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that very much. That's really kind. Welcome to the community. And if you're on Discord, if you link your Twitch name here with my Discord, you can get access to the subscriber channels on my Discord. Charpa is or Carpa is okay. Yeah, so once again, thank you. And again, I suggest if you want to, I've got lots of interesting documents there. And also you have the chance to contact me directly there. And again, please, those that have access to subscriber channels, if you want to directly message me through there, it has Ask Blackbox. Type at Blackbox 711, please. So directly ping me. Otherwise, sometimes I don't see the ping or the message. I try to check regularly, but sometimes it takes a while otherwise to answer. I agree. Yeah, Sajil, thank you so much for the inputs you do. I agree with that. Thank you so much, Sajil. Good. So we've got to do a return flight, but we'll do that in the Toliss A320NEO, which has also got an update. So we'll check it out, see what it has. Guys, thank you so much for the resubs. If you're not staying, if you're going to watch something else or do something else, then I'll be back on Thursday if you like. Otherwise, give me 10 minutes. I'll be back in the A330. That's really cool, Sajil. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. My moderators, thank you as always for all the help. I'll see you in a few minutes. Here's the outro.